There's something unexplainable, almost otherworldly, about the presence of a chosen one. You don't need to speak, yet the moment you walk into a room, the energy shifts. Eyes turn, silence falls, and the atmosphere recalibrates. Your very being carries a divine frequency, one that speaks louder than words ever could. It's not arrogance, it's spiritual reality. Chosen ones radiate a purity and potency that naturally unsettles those who are unaligned or spiritually weak. If you've ever noticed people reacting to you with discomfort, hostility, or unease, even when you've done nothing at all, this message is for you. Before we dive deeper into these divine truths, make sure you subscribe to this channel so you never miss a soul-aligned revelation. And if this message reached you at just the right time, don't ignore the sign. Type 111 in the comments for divine alignment and blessings. Now let's uncover the 8 reasons your presence intimidates the weak. First, your energy demands authenticity. Many live behind masks, projecting false confidence, hiding behind roles, or seeking approval. But when you enter the space, the mask begins to crack, not because you confront them, but because your light exposes what's been hidden. Your presence is a mirror that reflects truth, making it impossible for others to keep pretending. This is why some recoil or become defensive. It's not personal, it's spiritual. Second, your vibration is clean, powerful, and high. It's been forged through deep inner work, spiritual battles, and soul refinement. You've walked through darkness, emerged in truth, and now carry a healing yet confronting energy. Those seeking light feel peace in your presence, but those still entangled in deception, toxicity, or pain feel disrupted. Just being near you challenges their shadows without a word. Third, you see through pretenders. Your discernment is not surface level, it's soul deep. You can feel misalignment, sense lies behind smiles, and detect manipulation behind flattery. You don't try to expose anyone. Your spirit just knows, and this unsettles those who are used to getting away with deception. Around you, their masks feel transparent and their secrets feel vulnerable. You're not dangerous in a harmful way, but in a way that truth is dangerous. It cannot be deceived. Fourth, you don't seek validation. You radiate self-assurance. Your confidence is quiet but undeniable, flowing from deep spiritual alignment. You're not chasing applause, praise, or status because you've already accepted who you are and why you're here. This unshakable peace threatens those who find their identity in the opinions of others. Your independence challenges their dependency. Your wholeness exposes their inner voids. You're not trying to overshadow anyone. You're simply embodying divine completeness. Fifth, your presence activates what's unhealed. You are not simply a person passing through spaces. You are a living transmission of higher frequency, a walking reminder of the divine. When you enter a room, the atmosphere itself shifts, not because you speak loudly or demand attention, but because your energy speaks on frequencies far beyond words. Your very presence is felt deep in the soul, an unseen force that unsettles the dust of denial, shaking loose what has long been buried beneath the surface of others' awareness. Your light, chosen one, is not passive, it is an active force. It pierces through the layers of illusion, denial, and pretense. It awakens what others have tried to forget, and in this awakening, discomfort often arises. People may find themselves suddenly anxious, irritated, or emotional in your presence without any rational explanation. That's because your energy is not here to soothe their ego. It is here to elevate their soul. And true healing often begins with disruption. The wounds they've tucked away, the grief they've never processed, the shame they've buried beneath performance or projection. All of it begins to stir. You become the silent catalyst for revelation, the trigger they didn't see coming. And while some will experience this as an invitation to go deeper, to finally face what's been weighing on their spirit, others will react with resistance. Not everyone is ready to heal. Not everyone is willing to confront the pain your presence reveals. For those who are not yet ready to look inward, you will become a threat. They may project blame onto you, accuse you of being too much, too intense, or too different. They may create distance, not because you've harmed them, but because your authenticity makes their falsehood impossible to maintain. You stir a spiritual discomfort that the unready interpret as personal offense. But understand this, it is not you they are rejecting. It is the part of themselves that knows your presence requires change. And change, for many, is terrifying. Yet beneath that discomfort lies something sacred. Your presence is medicine, not always sweet, but always necessary. You are a mirror, reflecting the potential of healing and the promise of wholeness. You don't even have to speak, your soul does the talking. It says, there is more. There is truth. There is freedom. And for those who are ready, that message is liberating. You are proof that transformation is possible. That light can survive the deepest darkness and emerge even brighter. To embody this energy is both a gift and a burden. You will not always be loved for it. You may be misunderstood, mischaracterized, even avoided. But know this, your role is divinely appointed. You are not here to make others comfortable in their pain. You are here to remind them that they don't have to stay there. And while the healing journey is ultimately their choice, your presence will forever echo in their soul as the moment everything began to shift. Fifth, your presence activates what's unhealed. You are not merely someone who enters rooms. You are a force, a vibration, a divine current flowing through the unseen realms of the heart and soul. When you walk into a space, you don't just join the environment, you transform it. Without a word, without intention, without performance, your energy introduces a new frequency, one that carries the codes of truth, healing, and remembrance. It is subtle, yet unmistakable, gentle, yet undeniably powerful. You shift the atmosphere, and in doing so, you awaken what others have worked hard to bury. To some, your presence feels like coming home, a comfort they didn't realize they were longing for. But for many, it feels like a disruption, a disturbance, a mirror they'd rather not face. Because what you activate is not always pleasant. It is what's been left unresolved. What's been numbed, denied, and silenced. The wounds that haven't been touched in years. The truth they've avoided for lifetimes. Your presence brings it all to the surface. People may suddenly feel agitated, anxious, or emotional in ways they can't explain. Some may become defensive. Others may retreat. They won't always understand why they feel triggered around you. But it's not because you've done anything wrong. It's because your light is doing what it was designed to do, awaken. And awakening often begins with discomfort, with agitation, with the cracking open of what's been closed for too long. You are the catalyst, chosen one, a mirror to what still needs healing, a sacred interruption in the patterns of spiritual stagnation. You don't need to speak harsh truths or analyze anyone's behavior. Your soul already speaks volumes. The frequency you carry is a sermon in itself. It exposes what's been ignored and invites transformation. Your healing shines as living proof that wholeness is not only possible, it's inevitable for those willing to walk through the fire of truth. But not everyone is ready. Not everyone wants to change. And that's where your path becomes heavy. For those unwilling to face their pain, you will become the perceived enemy. You will be misread, blamed, criticized, or labeled as too intense, too emotional, too spiritual, or too different. People will project their inner conflict onto you because looking inward would demand more courage than they're ready to summon. Your very presence threatens their comfort zone, their illusions, their egoic scaffolding. They may distance themselves not because they dislike you, but because your presence makes it impossible to remain asleep. But know this, and remember it often, it is not your fault. You are not too much. You are not a burden. You are simply walking in the truth of who you are, and that truth, for many, is a call they are not yet ready to answer. You are not here to coddle comfort. You are here to ignite remembrance, to activate dormant soul codes, to be the divine disruption that shakes people from their slumber. 6. Unyielding sovereignty. You are not easily moved by surface, level emotions or the manipulations of those who seek control. You've walked through fire, and it shows, not in scars, but in the steadiness of your spirit. You no longer seek approval, nor are you swayed by guilt, flattery, or fear. Your sovereignty isn't loud or forceful. It's calm, grounded, and deeply rooted in divine alignment. That's what makes it so powerful. Those who rely on control, who use emotional games, passive aggression, or intimidation, sense this unshakable presence in you and feel threatened. Not because you're trying to overpower them, but because your very being reveals that their tactics no longer work. You cannot be guilted. You cannot be baited into drama. You are no longer reactive. You are responsive, led by wisdom rather than woundedness. This kind of power is unsettling to those who build their influence through control. Because your strength doesn't come from domination. It comes from surrender. From trust in the divine. From knowing when to speak and when to stay silent. From refusing to participate in chaos just to make others feel in control. And when you refuse to be manipulated, something incredible happens. The illusion of power around you begins to collapse. People who once thrived on drama or control begin to lose their grip because you've broken the cycle simply by not playing the game. You don't just rise above it. You dissolve it. You don't force your way. You flow with intention. You don't prove your worth. You embody it. And that is why your sovereignty is so profound. It's not about control at all. It's about spiritual authority, divine confidence, quiet power. So when others try to pull you into power struggles, step back. When they try to provoke a reaction, stay still. You are not here to be controlled, and you are not here to control. You are here to anchor truth, and truth does not compete. It just is. 7. The authority of spirit. You do not move through this world like most do. Not pushed by ego or pulled by external noise, but led by something far more sacred. Every step you take is guided by spirit. Every word you speak shaped by divine instruction. This is not something you flaunt or declare. It is something that is. It radiates quietly through your tone, your gaze, your choices, even your silence. There's a gravity to your presence, a depth that cannot be fabricated or imitated. You do not strive to be seen, yet you are. You do not try to lead, yet people find themselves influenced simply by being near you. Your power does not come from position, title, or applause. It is born from deep alignment with purpose, forged through surrender to divine will, and sustained by an unshakable inner knowing. This is not the kind of authority that seeks to control. It is the kind that liberates. Yet it is exactly this purity that unsettles others. Those who define themselves by hierarchy, performance, or projection feel disoriented in your presence. Their sense of control begins to unravel. Their identity, built upon illusion and appearance, feels exposed. But you are not here to perform for the world. You are here to reflect divine truth through your very being. Your authority is a spiritual resonance, not a worldly display, and though it cannot always be explained, it is undeniably felt. Those who are attuned will be drawn to it like water to the roots of a tree. Others will resist, not knowing why they feel agitated around you, only that their masks begin to slip, and that discomfort is necessary. It is the first crack in the shell of spiritual sleep. Your presence awakens what has long been dormant, not through force, but through the quiet insistence of divine embodiment. This is the authority of spirit, and it cannot be taught. It is remembered. 8. A mirror of potential and unmet possibility. The most sacred, and often most painful, role of the chosen one is that of a mirror. You are a living reflection of what others could be. Had they chosen differently, had they healed, had they listened to the whisper of their soul, instead of the screaming demands of the world. Your growth, your peace, your resilience, and your alignment are not just for you. They are a silent testimony of possibility. When people see you, they do not just see you. They see the version of themselves they abandoned, the courage they never claimed, the healing they postponed, the truth they feared. And that recognition can be either catalytic or catastrophic. Some will see you and feel hope, proof that change is possible. They will feel seen, called higher, inspired to begin their own journey. Others, however, will feel exposed. Your light makes their shadow undeniable. Your presence forces them to confront the parts of themselves they have long buried. And instead of taking responsibility, many will try to make you the problem. They'll resist you, resent you, and attempt to diminish you, not because of who you are, but because of what they see in your reflection. It's not personal. It's spiritual. You are not here to be digestible, to be accepted by those still hiding from themselves. You are here to awaken, and awakening is often an uncomfortable process. Not everyone wants to wake up. Not everyone is ready. Some will choose the comfort of numbness over the call to rise. But that must not stop you. Your light is not average. Your path is not for the faint of heart. You were never meant to blend in or tone yourself down. You are here to disrupt, to dismantle lies, to dissolve illusions, and to ignite sacred remembrance in those who have forgotten who they are. So when you are misunderstood, when people walk away, when your frequency causes others to fall silent, take no offense. This is not rejection. This is revelation. Your soul is simply incompatible with falsehood, and those who are not ready for the truth will recoil from it. But you, chosen one, must remain steadfast. Your journey is eternal. Your purpose is divine. You are here not to fit, but to shift the atmosphere. You are the storm that clears the air, the fire that purifies, the light that reveals. Let people grow if they are weak. Let them go if they resist, but never, never dim your radiance to make someone else comfortable in their illusion. Stand tall, walk boldly. Speak truth even when your voice shakes, because your light is not just a gift, it is a calling, a divine shield, a soul contract signed in the unseen realms before you ever took your first breath. You are the lighthouse in a stormy sea, the signpost for the lost, the reminder for the awakened. Your existence is the message. If you feel like you learned something from the video, if even a single word brought you clarity, peace, or confirmation, please consider liking, sharing, and subscribing. It helps this message reach more souls who may need it. And if you feel called, you're warmly invited to become a channel member and support this mission of light. Thank you for walking this path with me.